Ever wondered why Amish families all seem to bathe on the same day? It's not just a coincidence. Saturday night bath time connects to church preparation, weekly work schedules, and family traditions that have practical reasons most people never think about. The timing reveals everything. Church preparation. Saturday bathing serves as essential preparation for Sunday worship services that define Amish community life and spiritual observance throughout the week. Clean bodies and fresh clothing demonstrate respect for God and community during worship services that last 3 hours without breaks. Personal cleanliness becomes a spiritual preparation ritual that helps families transition from weekday work activities to Sunday spiritual focus. The timing ensures everyone arrives at church services looking and smelling appropriate for community worship, reflecting traditional values about presenting oneself properly before God and neighbors during religious observances that require respectful appearance and spiritual readiness. Work schedules. Weekly work patterns make Saturday the most practical day for thorough bathing that accommodates both farm labor and family responsibilities throughout the busy agricultural schedule. Monday through Friday involve intensive farm work that creates significant dirt, sweat, and agricultural residue that makes daily bathing impractical and unnecessary given the physical demands of traditional farming life. Saturday provides time for thorough cleaning after completing weekly work obligations. The work schedule creates natural bathing rhythms aligned with agricultural cycles and family routines. Saturday evening becomes the transition time between work week and Sunday rest, allowing families to clean up from farm labor while preparing spiritually and physically for worship day activities and community gatherings. Water heating. Heating sufficient water for family bathing requires significant time and fuel resources that make weekly rather than daily bathing the most practical approach for large families without modern conveniences. Wood-fired water heating involves starting fires hours before bathing begins, requiring substantial wood fuel and constant attention to maintain proper water temperatures for multiple family members. The heating process becomes a major household undertaking that consumes considerable time and resources. Large families need substantial quantities of hot water for thorough bathing, making efficient use of heating fuel and labor essential for practical household management. Saturday provides adequate time for water heating preparation without interfering with weekday work obligations or Sunday worship activities. The heating logistics make weekly bathing more efficient than daily attempts that would require constant fuel consumption and water preparation throughout the week. Family order. Bathing order within families follows established hierarchy and practical considerations that ensure efficient use of heated water while maintaining appropriate modesty and family organization throughout the weekly bathing routine. Traditional bathing order typically begins with the father as family head, followed by mother, then children in age order from oldest to youngest. This hierarchy reflects family authority structures while ensuring adults bathe in the cleanest water before children use the same bath water. Practical considerations include sharing heated water efficiently among family members while maintaining appropriate temperatures for each person's bathing needs. Younger children often share bath water to conserve heat and resources, while older children and adults receive individual bathing opportunities. The systematic approach ensures everyone receives adequate bathing opportunities while respecting family hierarchy and practical resource management that makes weekly family bathing efficient and orderly. Modesty requirements influence bathing privacy and ensure appropriate separation between family members during bathing activities. Modesty rules. Bathing practices follow strict modesty guidelines that govern privacy, clothing, and family bathing arrangements within traditional frameworks that emphasize appropriate behavior and spiritual values during personal care activities. Private bathing areas ensure individual privacy during bathing activities, with family members taking turns in designated bathing spaces that provide appropriate separation and modesty protection. Bathing, clothing, and covering arrangements maintain modesty even during cleaning activities. Gender separation becomes important as children mature, with separate bathing times and spaces for males and females that respect traditional teachings about appropriate behavior and modesty requirements. Parents supervise younger children while respecting developing modesty needs. Bathing preparation includes appropriate clothing arrangements and privacy measures that ensure family members maintain modesty throughout bathing activities. Traditional teachings about the human body and appropriate behavior influence bathing practices and family arrangements. Community standards about modesty affect family bathing practices and ensure household bathing activities align with traditional values about appropriate behavior, privacy, and spiritual teachings that emphasize modest behavior in all aspects of daily life, including personal care and hygiene activities. Seasonal patterns. Seasonal changes affect bathing practices through temperature variations, water availability, and agricultural work patterns that influence family bathing schedules and practical arrangements throughout the annual cycle. Winter bathing occurs indoors near heating sources that provide warmth during cold weather bathing activities. Heated rooms and warm water become essential for comfortable winter bathing that prevents illness and maintains family health during harsh weather conditions. Summer bathing might occur outdoors using natural water sources or outdoor washing areas that provide privacy while taking advantage of warm weather conditions. Natural water heating through solar warming reduces fuel requirements during warm seasons. Spring and fall bathing adapts to changing weather conditions and agricultural work patterns that create different dirt and cleaning needs throughout seasonal farming activities. Planting and harvest seasons create specific cleaning requirements and bathing timing adjustments. Seasonal water availability affects bathing practices, with well water, rainwater collection, and natural source availability influencing bathing frequency and methods. Winter ice, spring mud, summer heat, and fall preparation activities create seasonal bathing variations. Agricultural seasonal cycles influence bathing, timing, and family schedule coordination that accommodates changing work patterns and seasonal community activities throughout the annual farming and religious calendar. Community standards. Community expectations about cleanliness and personal appearance create social pressure for consistent bathing practices that ensure families maintain appropriate standards for church attendance and social interactions. Church attendance requires clean appearance that demonstrates respect for worship services and community gatherings where families represent their household reputation and spiritual commitment. Personal cleanliness becomes a community obligation that reflects family values and spiritual dedication. Social activities throughout the community expect appropriate personal hygiene that enables comfortable interaction during work parties, community meetings, and family visits that define community social life and cooperation. Community reputation depends partly on family cleanliness and appearance that demonstrates household management skills and spiritual priorities. Families maintain community standing through consistent attention to personal hygiene and appropriate appearance during community activities. Neighbor relationships and community cooperation require comfortable social interaction that depends on appropriate personal hygiene and cleanliness standards that enable productive community work and social activities. Community leadership and church authority expect families to maintain cleanliness standards that reflect spiritual values and appropriate household management that supports community harmony and demonstrates commitment to traditional values. The social expectations create accountability for family bathing practices that ensure community cleanliness standards while maintaining individual family responsibility for personal hygiene and appropriate community participation through proper appearance and personal care. Practical reasons. Multiple practical considerations make Saturday bathing the most efficient approach for Amish families managing household resources, time constraints, and family coordination within traditional lifestyle frameworks that emphasize practical efficiency. Resource conservation through weekly bathing reduces fuel consumption, water usage, and time investment while maintaining adequate cleanliness for health and social requirements. Daily bathing would require excessive resource allocation that conflicts with practical household management. Time management makes weekly bathing more efficient than daily personal care routines that would interfere with agricultural work and family responsibilities throughout the busy weekly schedule. Saturday provides adequate time for thorough cleaning without work interference. Family coordination becomes easier with designated bathing times that ensure everyone receives adequate cleaning opportunities while managing household logistics and privacy requirements. Weekly scheduling reduces daily coordination challenges. Laundry coordination aligns with bathing schedules, allowing families to wash clothing and bedding simultaneously with personal bathing activities that create efficient household management and resource utilization. Cleaning supply management becomes more efficient with weekly bathing that consolidates soap, towel, and cleaning equipment usage rather than daily supply management that requires constant household attention and resource allocation. Health maintenance through weekly thorough cleaning provides adequate hygiene for family health while avoiding excessive personal care that might reflect vanity or inappropriate attention to physical appearance that conflicts with traditional spiritual values about simplicity and modesty. Children's training. Saturday bathing serves as weekly training opportunity for children to learn personal hygiene, modesty values, and household responsibility within family frameworks that emphasize character development and spiritual growth through practical life skills. Personal hygiene education occurs during weekly bathing activities, as parents teach children proper cleaning methods, personal care skills, and hygiene practices that support health and appropriate appearance throughout their development and preparation for adult responsibilities. Modesty training happens naturally during bathing activities as children learn appropriate behavior, privacy awareness, and traditional values about the human body and personal modesty that align with community spiritual teachings and social expectations. Responsibility development includes children participating in bathing preparation, water heating, and cleanup activities that teach household skills and family cooperation while developing work ethic and practical abilities essential for adult life. Family cooperation lessons occur through shared bathing preparation and coordination that teaches children about working together, resource sharing, and consideration for family members' needs and comfort during household activities. Traditional value transmission happens through bathing practices that demonstrate spiritual principles, community standards, and appropriate behavior that children absorb through weekly participation in family activities that reflect traditional lifestyle choices. Character development occurs through bathing discipline that teaches patience, cooperation, and respect for family rules and community standards while developing self-control and appropriate behavior that supports spiritual growth and community integration. The weekly routine creates predictable opportunities for parent-child interaction and instruction that strengthens family bonds while transmitting essential life skills and traditional values through practical household activities. Regional differences. Different Amish communities across various regions have developed distinct bathing customs and timing variations while maintaining core principles about cleanliness, modesty, and family organization that reflect local conditions and community traditions. Pennsylvania communities maintain stricter adherence to Saturday bathing traditions that preserve original settlement customs and resist variations that might compromise traditional practices. These communities emphasize consistency with historical bathing patterns that connect current families to ancestral traditions. Ohio settlements show some variation in bathing timing and methods while maintaining traditional principles about family organization and community cleanliness standards. Regional agricultural patterns sometimes influence bathing schedule adaptations that accommodate local farming cycles. Midwest communities have adapted bathing practices to local climate conditions and water availability while preserving essential elements of traditional family bathing customs and community expectations about appropriate personal hygiene and spiritual preparation for worship services. Western settlements often modify traditional bathing customs based on different climate conditions, water sources, and geographic challenges while maintaining spiritual significance and family organization principles that define authentic traditional practices. Community leadership in different regions provides guidance about appropriate adaptations that preserve traditional values while accommodating practical local conditions that affect bathing, logistics, and family schedule coordination. Inter-community marriage sometimes creates discussions about bathing customs when families from different regions unite, requiring negotiation between varying traditional practices while maintaining core spiritual principles and community acceptance. The regional variations demonstrate flexibility within traditional frameworks while preserving essential elements that define authentic traditional lifestyle and spiritual commitment across different geographic locations and community circumstances.